Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Chom. I'm a content creator based in Ontario, Canada. Guys, you are welcome. If this is your first time, please don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to my channel. You can also turn on the bell notification so as to get notified whenever I post a video, and don't forget to give my video a thumbs up. Okay, so I watched the video on Instagram that led to this particular sit down video today. I watched a particular video on Instagram that broke my heart, that it tore my heart into pieces. I tried to share with you guys, and I want your thoughts in the comment section. Okay, so before further ado, let's just dive straight to the video of the day.
Hello, my people. Una see the opportunity where Europe people give to their children. E good, make them dey enjoy am. Una see wetin my pikin do. This thing, this grander, where the man dey take the grand pepper, he carry am for where he dey. He break am, he run go inside. To beat am now, person no fit beat am. Because if na Africa now, I go don beat am. Some mark go dey in body, instead go no say khaki no be leather. But now I no fit beat. Only me I dey die inside. Only me dey swallow the pain. The pain dey inside me, my body dey shake. Like say, make I give am better gbasgbos, but I no fit. Because when you beat am now, they must not see mark for him body. When you beat am now, na problem. When neighbors see shout for that now, they know say you dey beat, then call police. Now this kind of life, now we go dey live, they go. All this opportunity when you both give these children.
So welcome back. What are your thoughts after watching this video? What are your thoughts? Because the Nigerian in me is that's that's how I feel after watching that video. And I just want to list out some things that has always worked out for me as a parent. I am a mom of 4 in Canada. My first is 8, soon be 8 in 2 weeks, right? My first is 8, my second is 6, my third is 4, and my newborn is 9 months. I have 4 children, right? So, and there's some things that I set out. I set out in place, like a value for these children, like a template. Let me use the word template. A template that these children need to follow. The template is more like a guide. And this is not something that would just start all of a sudden. This is something you start from the grassroots when they are little. Now that you give birth to them, like you start now. It's not when they're already grown and you want to enforce some things into them. A lot of parents here are so scared to discipline their children because they feel their children will be yanked away from them, because they feel, oh, if my child reports me to the teacher reports me to the children's whatever, and they'll take my children away from me. And for that reason, I am not going to scold my child when he does something wrong. I'm not going to do. I'm going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not. Yes, I know beating is not allowed even in Canada. You can't beat your child in Canada because if that child reports you, they're taking away your child from you, right? But there's some rules that are set out. You can spank your child in Canada. You can spank, but don't leave that. Don't make it a very hard. You can spank, but don't leave marks. If I see the rules, and because there was one time I was researching and I saw that the what is it called, the rules on the Canada website, right? The IRCC website. So if I see it, I'll check. If I see it, I'm going to display it on the screen or leave it on the comments in the description so where you can just check it out. So there are rules that are set out to discipline these children. Even Jesus' Bible that said, spare the rod and spoil the child. Is not mistaken. It's not always when sparing the rod and spoiling child, not always, it doesn't really necessarily mean always correcting your child with a rod. There are other means of communication. There are other means of correcting your child. Communication is one of those means, not just rod. On our days, and we don't have the opportunity. Me personally, and my siblings would not have the opportunity of communication. Our own is beating. Like my dad is the disciplinarian in our home, and my mom is the communicator. My mom, I can't imagine. My mom has never beaten us, but my dad is the only one that, like, my dad do not even need an explanation. Once you're guilty as charged, the next thing it goes inside koboko. There is this thing they call koboko. It's made with animal skin. It will flog the hell out of you. That we're so scared to even communicate anything. We are not our daddy's friend. Not up until when we were about 18, 19 years old, when he stopped beating us. That's when my dad became very lovely, very friendly. You know, it got to a point where I was even wishing my dad death because I feel he hates us so much. He despises us as his children. He despises us so much and all that. But I never saw it from the place of love and correction. So as an adult, I saw that as a place of um correcting us. You understand? But I feel like that is not even the right approach to correct your children. That is just one of the wrong approach. Beating, I know there's there's some level where you beat your child that you will feel like I will still do what I need to do. I will still do this because I know that it will end in beating. After beating, what there's nothing. It got to that point where me, I was like, I will still do my mind. After all, it's beat that will beat me, finish, right? But that's not the right approach to children, you know. So I'm going to just list out some of the things that has been helping me, that's been helping me to like bring up these children. And one of those ways are working like a team. Like when you work like a team, because there's something my husband does sometimes that pisses me off, but he has learned and he doesn't do that anymore. Like when the children comes to me and say, "Oh, I want candy," I was like, "No, no candy." They will go to daddy and say, "Daddy, I want candy," and daddy will say, "Go and have candy." So I will look like a bad guy, and daddy will look like a good guy. I called daddy. I was like, "This is not the right approach to discipline. I can't tell the children not to do something, and you tell them, oh, otherwise." It will make us work like a team. Like we're not working like a team and we're not helping these children. For real, if we need to work like a team, we have to be in agreement, right? If I say no candy, and what daddy now does is, mommy, daddy, I want candy. Well, like, mommy, what did mommy say? Mommy said no candy. I was like, okay, since mommy said no candy, then no candy. You understand? So working like a team, if you're with your husband, if you're not a single mother, working like a team is very, very important. And another thing is when you give out instruction and you do the opposite, because these children also look up to you, right? My children look up to me a lot. There's some things I'll tell them not to do, and when I end up, I'll tell them not to do, but when I end up doing it, they're like, "Mommy, you did it. It's wrong," because I already told them it's wrong, and I do the same thing. So once I set a rule, I try also to follow that in their presence. I might not follow the rules in their absence, but in their presence, I try to always follow that rule. I try to always set that rule, follow that rule, so they will learn that, oh, I'm a leader by example. Okay, let me give you an instance. I'm used to carrying my child, like my newborn, up. Like I'll carry her up. I'll catch her. I'll carry her up. She'll start laughing. She really enjoys when I do that to her. So my daughter was like, "Oh, this is so fun." I said, "No, no, no, it's not fun. Don't ever do it. Don't ever do it, okay? It's just mommy and daddy that can do that. That is permitted to do that. You are not permitted to do that. You're still a kid. Baby might probably fall from your hand. Don't ever do that, okay?" And I said, "Oh, okay, okay, okay." That was one time I caught her doing it. I said, "Why did I told you not to do? Why did you do it?" She said, "I'm sorry, it's because you did it. For you to do it is right." I was like, "No, only adults should do it. Kids shouldn't do it." So these kids, you see, they look up to us a lot. They look up to us a lot. And when they see us breaking that same rule we set out, they feel like, oh, I can't take your rules seriously because you also break your rules. You get my point? So there was one time that was early last year, March. Yeah, early last year, March. Every day I get complaint from my daughter's teacher that my daughter is not well behaved in school. He pushes, he throw toys when he's angry, he pushes the kids, he does this, she does this in school. And every time I come back, I will say, "Why do you keep doing this?" I didn't like I was following a different approach, like the approach of communication. You get what I mean? Why do you keep doing this? Why did you throw toys? Why? What happened that led to you throwing toys? Explain to me because I need you to communicate with me. Tell me what happened. I can't just blame you for throwing toys. Maybe somebody triggered you, somebody got you upset. Something might have triggered you to throw toys, to push your friends, to do things. It's just been every Monday different complaint, Tuesday another set of complaint, Wednesday. And this is the girl at home that is very homely, friendly. And when it gets to school, I hear something different. And this was going on and on and on for over a month. And one day the principal called me and were like, "Okay, I feel like Favor is finding it difficult to adjust and all that. She will always come to school at 8 and go back at 11." I was like, "From Monday," and that was like on Wednesday. Now I from next week Monday, she will always come to school on what is it called, on 8 o'clock. Normally goes to school at 8, go to school and I'll come and pick her up at 11. I was like, "Huh?" He said, "Yes, she needs to adjust. She needs to do this. I don't even want to hear what she needs to do." I was like, "Okay, let's go home." I think I'm going to use a different approach, right? So what approach did I use? I called her, I sat her down. I sat her down and I told her, Favor, look at the complaint, look at the complaint. In fact, she was there when the teacher was even, when the principal was saying all this was listing all these complaints, right? When we got home, I said, Favor, henceforth, I'm taking your tablet away from you. I'm yanking your tablet away from you. And secondly, you won't have right to any remote control in this house. Because the way I do with my kids, the way I do with my kids, um, because what the station, the TV station that my son likes is different from the TV station my daughter likes, right? So what I do is I set out a timer. I like, okay, Favor, you have 30 minutes to watch your, or Mona, whoever that starts first. You have 30 minutes to watch your favorite TV station, and afterwards, the next person has 30 minutes. I set a timer and we walk like there was peace. So, because of the punishment I set out for Favor for being disobedient in school, for pushing kids, for throwing toys and all that, you don't have the right to remote. Mona, you have the right to watch your favorite TV station, and Favor, you have you have no choice than to watch what Mona is watching. I know you don't like some of the TV, some of the cartoons that Mona likes, but you don't have any choice because you don't have the right to the remote. And yes, it happens because once he wants to touch, and once she wants to touch, and she wants to touch the remote, Favor will like, Mona will like, oh no 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 no, mommy, she wants to touch the remote. I was like, remember, you're under punishment. Sometimes when I go out, I'll buy chocolate. I'll intentionally buy chocolate. And I already told her that you're under punishment. When I buy things, I will not give you, apart from normal food that you eat in the morning, I'll give you juice, I'll give you for your food, eat normal food. But all this side snack and all that, I deprived her for a while. I will get snack or popcorn outside. You take popcorn, you take popcorn. I am not giving you popcorn, and you know why? Why? Because you don't want to listen to mommy. You're throwing toys. You're bullying your friends at school. You're kicking. You're hitting. And I also changed my daily affirmation. Normally, our daily affirmation is usually, I am smart. I am beautiful. I am strong. I'm intelligent. I love Jesus. And I'm a Christian. You know, a lot of daily affirmations to say every morning. So I had to change our daily affirmations to no kicking, no pushing, no throwing toys, no spitting, because these are some of the things they say she does at school, right? So before we go to school in the morning, I always, okay, say your daily affirmation. She'll tell me no pushing, no kicking, no throwing toys, no this, no that, no that. She will list everything that they always complain about. At the end of it all, she'll say, so help me God. That's how we always do it. So when I put this punishment in place, the first day there was no email that Favor misbehaved. The second day no email. Third day no email. Fourth day. One thing I will advise mothers is when you're punishing your child, don't make the punishment too lengthy, like punishing your child for a long period of time. I don't like that. So that was on Wednesday. It happened on Wednesday. So I deprived her of a tablet on Thursday, Friday, because Friday is weekend, Saturday, Sunday. No, Monday, no, it's almost weekend. Just Thursday, Friday. There was no report that Thursday and Friday. So since there was no report of bad behavior Thursday, Friday, Monday they still allow her to come to normal school 8 o'clock to 3 o'clock, right? Monday, no this time, no report. Tuesday, no report. So that was on today week, almost a week after. Like on Tuesday was when I was like, okay, I can give you your tablet, you can have the right to remote, but I'm watching you. Your teachers will always give me reports if you do anything. And I told the teacher, please, I want you to watch Favor closely now. If there's any report from all the previous reports, please let me know. And since then, up to today that I talk to you, there has never been one single report from my daughter Favor. After like 2 weeks, I even messaged the teacher. I was like, how is Favor? How is her attitude, like those things that you complain about? He said, no, the Favor does everything to impress them. She, in fact, when everybody scatters toy, he's the one that comes and arrange the toy. She's the one that she's so coordinated. She's this, is that. It's always good report. Till today I speak to you, there's never been one single day. In fact, every day she comes back, she'll say, I didn't do anything. I was well behaved. Every day she comes back, She'll be the one to first report. I didn't do anything. I was right there. I'll say high five. Let that be a reward. For since every punishment, every bad attitude comes with a punishment. Let good attitude comes with a reward. You get what I mean? Oh, you're the best. I will give her a high five. I'll give her kudos. Like, you are the best. I'm going to tell daddy to buy you ice cream. I'm going to tell daddy to do this one. You are the very, like, when she goes out 10 times, I'll say favor. She'll look at me. I'll say you are the best. She'll laugh. You are the big. One time she woke up and I said, "Why am I the best?" I said, "You are the best because you listen, you pay attention to your teachers, you listen to mommy and daddy. You are the best. You did this." I will start hyping her. So it encourages her to do even better. It encourages her to be a better person. It encourages a good attitude, like knowing fully well that, oh, for this my good attitude, there is a good reward. That mommy hailing me all the time, hyping me. I enjoy hyping and all that. You know. So some of the things you put in place, and sometimes communicating with high contact is very important. I do that a lot, and it has really worked for me. I, for one, I hate the fact that when I have guests, my kids will be all over the guest, man or woman, especially for male, like uncles. I'll be all over uncle's lap. I'll sit on uncle's lap. I detest it. Even as a single girl before I got married, I detest it so much. And my kids do that a lot. Like when I have guests, they'll be all over these guests, sitting on the guest lap. And I call them one day, I call them together. I was like, I don't like this. When I have guests, it's okay to all get guests and uncle, how are you? This, that. After that, just go and sit down. I don't want you to be all over the anytime guests come, especially uncle or auntie. Don't be all over these guests. I want them, I talk to them, you know. After about few days, this same uncle came again, and this same uncle came again. Like my it can be any uncle, not like a particular uncle, right? Anybody. So this same uncle came again, and they already forgot what I told them already. Like they sat down, uncle, let me see your glasses, let me see your hat. They remove the hat, they remove the glasses, you know. What did I do? I looked at them like this. Let me remove my glasses so you guys can see me very well. I was like, immediately they all stood up. They understood the assignment. They understood that I was trying to say, will you get up now, or you understand me? So they understood. So eye contact, communicating with eyes. You must not always use your mouth to communicate to your children. You have a lot of means of communication. For real. Communicating your eyes is very important also. And this doesn't just happen overnight. This is something you start up on time. Sometimes I don't necessarily have to tell my children, get up. Just by looking at them alone, them having an eye contact with me, they already understood mommy wants us to get up, or mommy wants us to go to the room. We have guests. Mommy wants a quiet time. Mommy wants this. They already knew. Even when I want a quiet time, I don't need to tell them, oh, I need a quiet time. Just by maybe they're making us, and I look at them like this. Just by looking at them, I'm like, she will tell the sister, or they will tell themselves, advise themselves, mommy needs some quiet time. Let's go to the room. You understand me? So these are most of the, and these are majorly some of the ways that has been helping me as a mother. My kids, I can say that they are well behaved both outside and inside because of how I started, right? How I started. So I don't want to use spanking to always correct them. I love communication, like sitting them down, communicating with them. If communication doesn't work, I will use other approaches because I sometimes communication does not work all the time. You understand? Sometimes communication, because communication was the approach I used for my daughter that was always misbehaving in school, and the communication did not work. I had to use a different approach, and it worked. So don't be scared and say, oh, they will jank my child away from me, I won't discipline my child. There are other ways. In Canada, you can spank a child when it gets worse. Spank, juke it, bomb bomb, spank. It's okay to spank. Don't leave marks. Don't spank too hard like a criminal. No, the child is not a criminal. Don't you want to spank and spank the hell out of your child. No, but you can still spank to correct the child. Eh? So you won't let your child go astray because you're in a land that can't discipline children like Africa, the way we African do it. If it's in Africa and my child behaves like that, they will not even report to me. They will not write me an email. Writing me an email is a waste of time for African teachers. They will spank the hell out of your child. Not spank, beat, flog. They will flog the hell out of your child. I know some schools in Nigeria, in Africa, do not like. Okay, I'm in Nigeria, so let me use Nigeria. Some schools in Nigeria do not permit that now. If you spank some kids in Nigeria, they will call police on your teachers. So, but some schools still allows that. You get my point. Some schools do not, and some schools does. So they all depend on the it's all depend on the kind of school your child went to. So I hope this helps one or two people. If I see the rules, like the laws in Canada that states that, I'm going to leave it in the screen, like I said before. So, but please, spare the rod and pour the child is so important. You bring up this child you brought this child in Canada for your child to have a better future and not to just go astray. So if you don't scold this child, if you don't punish this child, if you don't do all these things, it's a problem, and it's going to be a nuisance even to the society, not just to you alone, even to the society at large. It's going to be a nuisance. So there must be a different approach. How have you explored your approaches? Like, have you explored different approach to a child, or you think, oh, since he's beaten, once he's not beaten, there's no other approach? There are different. There are different approaches. Timeout is always one of the approach too that's worked for my son. Timeout do not work for my daughter, but it works for my son. Once you tell my daughter timeout, you're just telling her to go to bed. She just go to bed and lie down. But you tell my son time out, you just want to kill him. Just kill me already. So we all have different approach for every child. I have different approach for every child, right? So please, guys, yeah, discipline your children or the best you can, so your children will not be a nuisance to you and the society, right? Yeah, that will be the end of this video. And this video is so long, but I will try to edit it to minimize the time. So that will be the end of my video. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please do so now. Okay, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Bye.